beats get rolled like burritos. Bulba en la casa. Let's go!
From the block to the console, we ride that beat. Destiny rising, AOE heat. Rise of kingdoms, got the crew on the street, but we play with a heart that can be beat. Fortnite drops, COD snaps clean. Burrito gang ripping on every screen. We ain't just gamers, now we a dream. Raising funds for St. Drew's team. The Burrito gang, roll it really like that flame. Bulbaritos bring the heat to the game. From the factory, yo, we ain't the same. We cook our beats with that boba so flame. Everybody say our name. Bulba in the lab with that crazy aim. From the streets to the stream, we claim respect and love, not fame.
Bulba el maestro creando contenido. Mixo Pokémon y mexicano sentido. Bulbaritos, nombre bendito. Bulldog francés, corazón bonito.
Dale, we dissect the dev like surgeons in a booth. Break down the lies, serve up the truth. Fat content fresh from the factory roof. When the horns go off, that's Bulba's crew. No fake flex, no clickbait sign. Just community love and charity line. For every kid fighting in tough times, we ride together, our souls alive.
The Burrito gang, roll it really like that flame. Bulbaritos bring the heat to the game. From the factory, yo, we ain't the same.
We cook our beats with that Bulba soul.
Burrito gang, everybody say our name. Bulba in the lab with that crazy aim. From the streets to the stream, we claim respect and love, not fame. Bulba the factory done. From rock roots to gaming songs. Burrito gang, we carry on. Faith, family, flavor forever strong, yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Anthony here with the Bulbaritos, bringing you a brand new live stream. And today, Burrito Gang, we're kicking off our pre-KVK. Hey, it's exciting times. Restart project in 4028 with the Chatsky. With oh man, there's so many CCs that are, I can't name them all. But it's gonna be an absolute blast. Pre-KVK day one, Marauders is going in. I'm not sure how this is gonna look. I haven't done a restart ever, and so doing Marauders on it's gonna be fun. So hopefully y'all are enjoying all the restart content. If you are, do me a huge favor, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Fam, I appreciate all the love and support y'all been showing, and I hope y'all as excited as I am to see some take it back old school, get a little KVK1 action that we're gonna be kicking off with the crew, with the fam, and it should be an absolute ball. So I hope y'all are as excited as I am. And let me hop in. I need to do one thing, team. Let me fire some music up real quick, and then I need to turn off the audio for the chat when I hop in it. So give me 1 second, fam. How's everybody? Misty, which map you doing? It's just KVK1, just the KVK1 map. I don't think you get a choice, right, in KVK1? I don't think. All right, give me 1 second, fam. Let me. Oh, I need to bring up my beacon stuff because I need to turn off the thing so it doesn't come through on the stream. Give me 1 second. Beacon, routing table, chat, audience. Okay, we should be good now. Give me 1 second. But I'm gonna have to put my headset on. How you doing, Misty? Good to see you, my friend. T3 Wars? Dude, we're already T4, my friend. We're T4, my friend. I think a majority of us are T4. Yo, DC, good to see you, big dog. Give me 1 second. Let me hop into... Yo. How's it going, sexy people? How y'all doing? Dude, Chatsky was yelling at me, so I had to get in. Dude. Yo. Dude, I gotta work on my yos, bro. I'm not gonna lie. My yo game is pretty weak right now. Nah. So the way I tell everybody is I am the less muscular, fatter Bulbski, right? I'm basically the Chad of Mexico. You know what I mean? Like it's a thing. Yeah. Dude, I'm already up, bro. All right, I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh no. The wife heard us talking, and this is the woman I married, all right? I love her to death, but she came over and she waved me off and says, "No, your name is the Chubski." I'm like, bro, come on. Like that's cooked. That's wild. That's wild. All right. She's a keeper, bro. That's cooked. That's cooked. All right, give me 1 second, fam. Let me see. Dude, I don't know. Y'all can't have me leading y'all, fam. I'm gonna be sending out some trash stuff. I'm down to waste some AP though. I ain't gonna lie. Undini, you migrated to 28. I did, my friend. I did. We can chat about it in a little bit though. 2-4. Yeah. No, Chad's out there with, he had like 100,000, sieges because he was trying to do Canyon like a monster. The Grogu shirt. Yeah, it has the thing on the back. I'm excited. The new movie's coming out, next in like a week or two? I think it's in May. The new Mandalorian movie. And I totally forgot I'm in chat. Give me 1 second, fam. I'll mute myself. That way y'all can chat it up. And I have y'all off the stream, so y'all don't have to worry about it. Unless y'all want to be on the stream, then I have no problem. Dude, we're not, dude, come on. We're not family friendly here. We're not family friendly here, brother. This is rock. Dude, it's rock after dark. I told the devs we should do that, and dude, like have some sippies and just shoot the shit. I'm down, but I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable. So if y'all want to, I'm down. If not, no worries. It's all good. The only criteria that I have is no racist shit, and then we're all good. Keep racism and politics, and I'm all good. We can talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about. All right, give me 1 second. All right, here, I'm putting y'all on. If I get demonetized,
yeah, they're all waiting for you, Bulba. I just sent them over. Hurry up! Fire it up!
Chat, if I get demonetized, it's their fault. Lun, why did you leave Scarab? I'll chat about it here in a minute. Let me see. I love cookies. Ooh, what a name! I love cupcakes, though, fam. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a big fatty. Hey, yo, Ming, good to see you.
You guys do realize Bulba is not going to mute himself, so you are entering his domain right now.
My bad. Well, hey, y'all's conversations.
You're totally good.
Y'all's conversations are being so y'all chat, do whatever the fuck you want to do. I ain't worried about it. Shoot the shit. Give me 1 second. I'll mute myself, that way y'all don't have to hear me fucking talking to chat. Give me a second.
Nah, you good? That's entertainment.
Yo,
God, I love it.
Wait, whoa. Wait, hold on. We're gonna get back
Bro,
in
it's
here for a second.
3:40 a.m. Like, keep talking. That's fine. That's keeping me up.
Yeah, I need that. I'm not gonna lie.
Keeping me awake.
Chatsky just
I need to wait until Clyde comes.
Chatsky didn't even know, but he unlocked something right here. So when we hit 10 gifted on a stream, you get to choose a costume that I wear for the next 30 minutes. And you're gonna like this, chat, dude. Okay, so I know for the longest time everyone thought that Oppo was the king of costumes. But Chad knows. He knows better. When I was back in the day, I was the king of costumes and hats. And dude, the Apple, the Cleopatra ain't gonna hold shit on this. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna show y'all.
Wait, I need to see that. Wait.
Hold on. Here we go. I'm gonna go full screen, but here, hold on. I'm gonna give you the choice real quick, Chadsky. Give me 1 second. All right, let me see. Oh, did it come? Oh, there it is. All right. So the wifey's over here doing her. So here's one. One of them is a ginormous sloth, brother. A ginormous sloth. All right. That's probably the worst of all of them. 1 second. All right, bro. We're gonna age ourselves here a little bit. We got a ginormous Care Bear, bro. Care Bear Extreme.
Care Bear.
All right, wait, it gets worse. Oh. All right, bro. Now we're cooking. All right. All right. So we have the
The Teletubby.
The Teletubby
Yo.
with the friend.
Yo, yeah,
That's tough though. It's tough.
That's gotta be the one.
Oh, go Bubba. Oh, you want to say hi? Here, say hi.
You guys choose.
Here, say hi, son. Say hi, Bulbasaur. Bulba, say hi. No, you're not amused. You want treats? Okay, bye. And then. All right, the one that older people will know me for, because I used to do it for the Osiris League, is the Bulbicorn. I did official streams back in the day with that one. And then the last but not least. All right, so this is the fan favorite after the Teletubby. But this one is a son of a gun to get on, bro. It's a 13-foot.
Oh, the rubber rooster.
The rooster,
The chicken.
The inflatable chicken, bro.
Not the chicken. It has to be the chicken, bro. I'm sorry.
I mean,
It's gotta be the chicken.
It's gotta be.
Teletubby is kind of tough though.
All right, Chad, you get to choose, brother. Which one do you want?
Said Valve choose, and he chose the chicken.
Oh, he wants the chicken? Oh, bro, I'm gonna be cooked. All right, 1 second. Bro, this is gonna be wild. I hope people aren't waiting for me for Marauders, bro. I'm gonna be cooked. And dude, are we still getting pop? Hold on. Hold up, wait a minute. Valve with the 20 bomb. Yo, let's go. The Chadsky with the 10. Yo, welcome all the new members, fam. I appreciate y'all. Give me 1 second. I gotta get in this big chicken, bro. It's gonna be wild. Just so y'all know, that's why Osiris League is always super hyped, because a lot of the times you're gonna see me casting in a costume. And so it gets wild. I have buckets of hats that we're doing for charity and all that kind of stuff. So give me 1 second. I have to get my wife to zip me up, bro. This thing gets crazy. All right. Oh, I can't wear that. That can't happen. Bro, am I gonna have to game? I might have to hunt Marauders as a chicken, bro. I'm gonna be cooked.
Yo, is this Bobo Hunt?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Don't zero me, thanks.
That's too late, it's happening.
That's part of the content.
Did you at least record like a real homie would though? At least if you're gonna zero me, hit that record button. You know what I mean?
I'll think about it next time.
Oh dang! All right, hold on. Let me get the. Let me get the wifey to zip me up real quick. Be back, team. Alright, 1 second, team. Limp chicken. Uh-oh. Hold up. Shit, I can't jack that. It's gonna take me a second, bro. Oh shoot, I didn't turn my ceiling fan off. No! Bro.
Was gonna get it captured
Right,
by the
this-
fan.
This turned into a live leak
Dude,
stream.
this is about to get weird if my head gets chopped off, but hey, I'm game.
I was gonna say, are we gonna get to watch you take it off too?
Whoa!
Whoa.
Hold on, I gotta stream live. Hold on. I might have to sit on the ground, team. 1 second, bro.
Why is
That's
that
actually
neck so
good.
long? Why? What's going on?
That's cursed, bro.
Oh!
What am I watching?
Dude, Chatsky didn't know he was sending his audience here, bro. He's cooked. They're all migrating out of 4028 already. GG's.
We got an eye here, you gang.
W Valve. Okay, seriously, I have to go to bed now. F1A Dark, I appreciate you, big dog.
Regret nothing.
Somehow YouTube's picking it, but not Discord.
Valve, I regret nothing. Nothing. Alright, well, I can wear the Teletubby after this one for Valve, but, brother, how am I gonna game like this? This is cooked. Mac, brother.
You gotta burn that AP, bro.
Brother, if I can see, dude, the hole for me to see is right here. It's literally, it's not even the chicken mouth. Hold on, team. Oh, hold on. Oh, crap. I sat down. Oh, no, my head. Alright, stream deck. How am I gonna reach it? Oh.
It's all crashing down.
I know, dude. Brother. There we go. Stream deck, rock. There we go, brother. Brother, I can't catch up with all this, man. Dude, hold up. Let me catch up with all the chatties. There's so many gifteds flying in right now. I don't even know, dude. I can't see through this thing, but I appreciate all the love, fam. Let me mute myself so y'all can chat, man. Alright, let me catch up, team. Hold on. Yeet.
I think no one in here has the strength to chat anymore. We got Marauder's brain.
Alright, then I'll just chat with y'all then. You're all good. I just didn't want y'all to have to hear me yell and shit.
You good? I need it. Otherwise,
I need it as well, man.
Yeah, right. It's
I need
4
you to
a.m. I
activate
need
me
to
so
keep
that
going
my
for
brain will
5
not shut
hours.
down.
Alright. Let me chop this chicken head off real quick, and then I'll put the Teletubby and we can do some shit. Oh crap. Yeet!
Are we getting some leaks live? The chicken being undressed? No, damn.
I was gonna say, we can get to watch the best part. What's going on here?
Wow. That's only for the fans, you know.
The only chickens, bro.
It's
At least drop the link,
only
bro,
for
so we
the
can see
fans.
the exclusive shit. Fuck, you got us in the dark.
Dude, this is it gets there. I ain't gonna lie. Alright, hold on. My room is wrecked now. Let's get into this sweater, bro. Oh my god. Brother. This is like a legit one, bro. It looks like it has like all the, I don't know. We found it at a thrift store and I instantly got it. I didn't care. Like, it is the greatest waste of money in my life. Wait, am I in the wrong hole? Brother, I'm in the wrong hole. What the hell?
No.
I'm in the wrong hole, bro.
Do not say it.
Brother, y'all don't even know, bro. Y'all didn't expect this when I came to 4028. You're cooked. All right, hold on. Just wait. It only gets better. Only gets
Bro,
better.
we got people in here that have double my points.
Dude, I still haven't even gotten out of my city, bro. All right.
Top 100 is 42k. Oh lord.
Dark's not going to sleep. Gotta wake up Dark. For Daddy Tatsky, we're getting Valve crispy voice. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me see. Show some love.
There's nothing crispy about my zombie voice, bro.
Brother. We're gonna have you do the welcome messages to 4028. Oh, you know what? I need to turn the fan on, bro. I'm gonna be sweating bullets in here. Oh. Gee. All right, dude. We still have noties popping, bro. What in the absolute we going on, bro? Hold on, team. Oh, these are still the 30 from 10 from Chadsky and 20 from Valve. Hey, big dog, I appreciate you, my friend, both of y'all. I know Chadsky's probably going to sleep right now. The senior home bingo night is shut down. We're cooked.
Not Chad catching it straight, yeah.
Y'all have to suffice with my poor yo. All right, let me see. Good God, dude! Somebody's getting creative with the lines out here. I appreciate you. Let me see. Where the hell are we at? Can y'all drop the pin where y'all are at real quick? Let's see.
Yeah, I'm all the way down in zone 1.
Just in the odds or what do you want?
Oh, real quick. Thought I was sneezing. All right, let me see. We're red, right? Let's see. All right. Let's do this. I don't even know how many marches to use, dude. This is so weird going from SOC to this and then going from dog water, like, dude. And they're so slow. It's like, bro, come on.
All I can say is this is humbling. You go from, you can chain multiple marauders with your marches in SOC to you can barely kill one marauder.
Bro, they gotta make it that YSG pops up earlier. I can't. Without training, it's impossible.
I don't know, I barely got... That just... yeah.
Yeah, I wish they did the training before this so I could have some troops.
Yeah. Valid.
Dude, Ethel's gonna be so slow, bro.
Every march feels like a turtle.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my T5, like Siege and SOC, are faster than. Are T1s and Tier 2s supposed to be faster?
They should be.
Yeah, well, it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, but you also have alliance tech, personal tech, all that stuff.
Yeah, no, but
Let's see where the boys are at now. Oh, there you
Man, I can't. It sucks because I'm leadership, but I was about to go in the Lost Kingdom chat like fuck 428.
Yo, and then I would have hit you with the Mexican yo, bro. Would have hit you with it.
Chadito, right?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind, it's Chubsky. Chubsky.
Yeah, the wife said Chubsky. Chubsky is the play, I guess. I'm gonna have to change my name, I guess, to Chubsky in game. All right, let me see. How it's gonna take me what 10 years to get there? 8 minutes. Oh my god.
Oh lord, that's like 3 business days.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro. I'm gonna have to contact support about this being so trash, bro.
Don't talk to me about support. I've not had the success with support.
Oh, you have
Recently, at
support?
least.
You have support? Lucky you, bro.
Yeah, I've not had the success with support recently.
They keep trying to get me to get on the WhatsApp, and I'm just like, brother, every time I get on there, I get like some sexy messages, and I'm just like, nah, cuz you ain't getting me this time, Satan.
I don't know. I've messaged them, and then it's like every time I ask about something, I basically get told, oh well, so we asked them, and we can't tell you nothing. Yeah.
Hey, well, welcome to being a content creator, my friend.
Yeah, well.
Let me see. Let's see, fail.
The worst part is when I fucked up for the when they changed the Wedge 2.
Oh,
when I changed when I changed to my wish list to Wedge 2.
Yeah.
I forgot to set up my wish list. So like for the armament.
Yeah.
So I pulled the legendary special inscription.
Oh no.
For Wedge 2.
Yeah.
But I didn't set the wish list.
Dude, we were in KVK, and I was like, oh yeah. Nope. They're like, nope.
So I pulled like I pulled a special inscription, but like instead of getting like a emblem or instrument,
yeah,
like the what you'd want from the wish list, well, I got a flag. And I'm like, that's not what I want.
Dude, it just randomly. So for me, it switched. I don't know, and I didn't ask Chad, but for me, it just automatically switched everything to a flag. Like if I converted it and it had something, it just switched it all to a flag, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, bro. I'm like, that wasn't even like wish list. It wasn't anything. It just randomly I was just like, okay, well, cooked.
Yeah, because when I pulled, so I was like 8 out of 10 or whatever when I converted to Wedge 2 for my wish list, and then when I pulled my wish list, I got a flag. I got what makes it even worse is I got a double inscription. I got a double inscripted special inscription, but it's on a flag, and I'm like, I need something other than a flag or a scroll. I need an emblem or an instrument.
All right, LP says Val's about to have more points than the whole kingdom. He might, bro. Let me check. He might be done by the time I get there, bro. The 7 million. What?
Wait, what?
No, I'm just kidding. No, we have 7 million as a kingdom. Valve has.
I mean, no, but Valve's
273,
about to
bro.
have more. Valve's about to have
Haven't-
more than the 4027 though.
Dude, he has more T4s
I
than his 5
haven't
marches.
put all my bags in yet.
Jesus Christ. Dude, y'all were doing so good. Y'all's ball was moving closer to me. Now it's running away, bro. I'm cooked.
That shit went from 8 to like 12 minutes.
It's still 8
Valve
minutes, bro.
is actually like really close to 4027.
The time's not going down. It's just a
40
permanent 8 minutes.
4028. We're actually pretty. We're a lot bigger than most people think, which is crazy. I was looking yesterday and looked at, and I'll probably make a video on it, but everyone thinks that Scarab is the biggest one, and I'm like, we're bigger than both Scarab and the 4029. So
Wait, are we bigger than
Mhm.
Scarab?
I wouldn't say we're
Yeah, I think-
necessarily like
Power-wise.
bigger in number, but it's just the experienced people we have, the motivation of the people we have. It's
No,
such
pull up-
a huge
pull
step up.
I don't know how accurate the
Yeah, but I mean, like number-wise, is not that far apart, and there are other kingdoms like not in our bracket but close by that are very
Oh,
strong
no,
as
no.
well. But it's just the team we have and everything is
Mm-hmm.
such a huge difference.
it was.
Yeah. I think it's because like I guess they were like basing it off of like what KVK won like 37 or 3777 looked like or whatever with like the 10 billion power worth of players.
1365
Or whatever it was,
pretty
where it's like-
misleading though. I ain't gonna lie. Let's see, Rise of Kingdoms review.
No, but yeah, I think like 3777 had like 10 billion power worth of players or whatever going into KVK 1.
You mean Mango's
Last time.
kingdom?
Apos.
Oh,
I don't know,
because also
but-
Mango's kingdom was pretty insane for K1 as
Yeah.
well, bro.
But it's like to a certain point, it's like there's like 1 or 2 kingdoms here every like 10, 20 kingdoms in KVK 1 that are like actually something. But like 4028 might not be the biggest of all those, but like they're still much bigger than the average KVK 1, plus like you said, the experience and the players and the motivation of all of those players. And
Alright.
And keep in
I'm
mind, a lot
assuming-
of people had to be like they put chains on some people to not go too crazy.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, probably yeah.
Well, for 4030, they did that for sure. It was a big thing.
Wait, so you're saying like the council put chains on people to not go crazy right now?
Yeah.
Over here, yeah.
In 4030,
But we have people in this kingdom that are completely insane Krakens, like way worse than me, bro.
I mean,
That's comical.
I mean, just Chadsky, fucking who else? Matt
Stafford.
Achilles,
Just Stafford, bro.
who else? I mean, let's just look through odds real quick, like real quick. I mean, Stafford, Chadsky, Odin, Valve, like, yeah.
Lobby.
Alright.
I don't know, I feel like a bunch of those names. I'm like, those are like huge accounts in the big kingdoms that you're like, yeah, well, those somehow are not the biggest accounts you'll see in KVK 1.
All right, so here are the official, or at least from Hero Scrolls, where we live right now. So we're 5.3, 4030 is now 5.3. They were like 4.9, I think a couple days ago. Then it's 4029 because they got a migration from 4032. So they're up. And then 4025 is probably the next closest to us as of right now.
Yeah, we still gotta give credit to 25 because they came back from like they were down, and they handled their migration pretty well.
Yeah. No, they were actually really fun. That was where for 4030, that's where we had our jump from. Was 4025, and they had some. They were organized and nice, which was good.
There are some good people in there.
Brother, 4 minutes for my slow march, 2 minutes for my fast one. Oh.
There's also the fact that like technically 4028 was kind of like improvised for the most of the players.
Dude,
where it's like all of a sudden Chadsky was like, hey yo, look guys, I'm streaming KVK1 fresh restart.
Yo, we're not gonna talk about why Chadsky never sent me the invite, bro. Like I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I just kind of all of a sudden saw his stream, and I was like, yo, that sounds interesting. And then it happened like that fucking. The only sad part for me is it happened at the same time as my KVK on my main.
Yeah.
So I got busy on my other one because it was it was like a hell. Technically for our camp, it was like a hell KVK where our camp was like the extreme underdog of like 1 trillion less KP compared to every other camp. And it was like, we gotta try hard to show that we're not, the weakest camp. We somehow pulled some miracles.
We were the same way in ours. We were against Arvix's 1818 in ours, and we were 2481. We were in the smallest of the camps, and we ended up. I guess the agreement was whichever team won, whichever zone had the most KP at the end took the star, and we were the smallest and took the star. So it was a lot of fun though. But bro, it
was the same for us. I mean, we were in the 27. I don't know if you maybe heard about it, the 27-28 KVK.
Yeah.
Where
I have
it
friends
was
in there.
them with Mercia, where I was in 2194, the Mercia camp, the weakest camp in the 4. And then we were against 3303 and the 1525 and all that in East Anglia. And it was like, we were the heavy underdog, 1 trillion KP less than literally every single other camp.
Yeah, we were that way too.
And
it was crazy.
And we somehow pulled the upset by just like holding flags where our garrison just happened to be better. We had 0 field the whole KVK. We just had better our garrisons were just goated. And yeah,
Dude,
we held some flags for like versus rallies for like 40 plus minutes in Kingsland. We ended up winning, and it was like, yeah, we just pulled some miracles. So yeah, and sadly my restart account kind of got put aside for those. So yeah.
Yeah, people, when I came back, this is my other account, the main one, was my original main, but I was out for 2 years, and in 2 years of time, bro, I was so like the armaments, like it basically was cooked. So people were like, just buy an account, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just like nostalgic about like the account itself because of all the like the history in it. So I was just like, you know what? Yeah. It'll make for good content. I'll get my cheeks clapped for 6 months. I'll play catch
1 or 2
up.
KVKs.
Yeah, I'll catch up hopefully, and then we'll figure it out. And then they wanted to do a restart, and I was like, oh, bro, like it's more accounts. Like, okay, all right.
Yeah, but see, I feel like as good as your as good or as like mid as your like tech or armaments and gear might be, if you have decent enough tech, you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's just I think the issue that I run into is like when you have players that are running with level 5 gear with brother, I'm talking like the max I had before I came back was maybe 2, and so it's like you're getting like you're running into Arvix and we weren't even in like an Imperium KVK. I was just like, it's all good. Like I played in 1307 for 6 years with Mad and Mars and all the guys and Cote. But bro, I came back and I was just like, there's no way I can survive in Imperium right now. Maybe we will at some point, but
Imperium's Imperium's a different beast. My KVK before this one, we were I was in the 1v3 versus 1606, and yeah, that was a different beast. We're like, I went from like a D seed KVK. We just me and my group, we migrated to A seed, and our first KVK was versus 606.
Welcome, brother. Welcome.
We got slapped around like some corner, like we worked the corner, you know.
Hey, you play the numbers game. That's a 3v1, my friend.
Yeah, I mean that's because that's what, from what I know, that's what 606 wanted, but still,
don't lie. Y'all are the ones that asked for the cooldown. I know it.
I have no idea. I'm the average player there in the kingdom. All I know is we were in KVK, we fought, and when we were on the field, my marshals didn't exist. If I hit someone for half a second, that shit was dead.
Yo, welcome. Welcome.
We like the only thing that happened is my cheeks were getting slapped.
Hey, yo, then you're right where you need to be, my friend.
Did you at least enjoy it?
Yeah. No.
Did they take you out for some dinner or something? Like no.
No, there was no dinner before the cheek slapping happening.
You can hear the trauma in his no. No.
Dude,
no.
His voice got a little deeper on that one.
No.
Chadsky didn't give you a yo before sending you back to Jesus.
Exactly. And we happened to be the weaker of the three camps, because 3308 was there. It was 1606 like in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And the corner like across was 3308. So but like they were, you know, not next to them. So we were the one next to 1606, so we kind of just
Dude, it could be worse. You could have been in the
just got bullied.
The 1093 one where you thought like the 2377, you're like, oh, they're out of Kingsland, we're good. And then you wake up, you go take a shit, and then they're like halfway through Kingsland. It's like, bro, what? What just happened?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, but see, it was a group of 5 A seeds though. We were 2 A seeds versus 1606. The group of A seeds was 5 A seeds.
Martin knows it. Yo, the Gecko song. Sorry. Yes, I got my old school, baby. Got the old fam here. The old ride or dies. Gecko, they know. Sorry. Did you at least have fun?
No. No. That shit had me considering quitting. I was like, that's just not fun.
Nah, bro.
I mean, genuinely, it's just like I was like, what even is the point?
Nah, bro.
You couldn't do anything.
That's the best one, my friend. That's the best one.
If it was kind of the way that the same way that the 2377 like 2v7 KVK or whatever happened, where to win, it's not like we still knew we'd win the KVK, but it's like to win, you knew you had to just like basically like feed them kill points where like
good to see you,
the numbers would end up winning, but like everyone traded negative.
How you been, big dog?
In like 1 to 5, and it's just not enjoyable. But it's like, you know, you're still gonna win. That's kind of how it felt. And yeah, it was definitely tough on the morale of like, was it worth all the time that money that I spent on the game?
You know what? You know what I'll tell you though, and this is something that coming from a player that. Like I was ride or die 1307 back in the day. Like win, lose, or draw, it didn't matter. But losing in a kingdom will always reveal the players that are there for you and not for the rewards. Like I absolutely hated reward chasers, bro. Like I wanted those guys that are like, we're going out on our shields. We're going out on our shields, win, lose, or draw. Like people
that's
respect
for
that.
sure.
Like that's the one thing. Like even with 2359, like in that KVK, it's like even though they lost, like it's the way they lost. That's still like they're gonna get massive. They're gonna get massive because of it.
Yeah, it to a certain point, like even losses where sometimes you're like at a big disadvantage and you like lose or you win at a big disadvantage. Your kingdom looks a lot better than if you're winning in like a sure win fight or whatever, or if you're like if you take for example as to not quote any number of KVK, any number of kingdoms, but like where you're like, oh well, the fight seems to be equal, we're gonna take a recovery KVK because don't feel like it.
I'll be honest with you. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of equal KVKs. I know that it's a big talking point, but I've found that like through the 7 years of playing, right, that the most fun I ever had was when the fights weren't equal, because it just, I don't know. Like I get what people say. Like at
I'm
that
just
point,
saying from the recent pop.
Oh
the one of the recent pops that happened that a lot of people are let's just say slightly annoyed by one specific kingdom.
Yeah. I'm gonna take it
just to not say any numbers.
It's a 13-16 that people are talking about.
I didn't say any numbers.
You don't need to confirm it. Yeah, because we watched partied their last KVK, and believe it or not, what they said was hard. They did the same thing that 2377 did in theirs, where they basically went all out, dropped all their shit, and had to push them all back. And it's like, I get it, but like for right now, right? I think in Chad's video I saw when he was like 2359 may try to land with 1093 soon, and I'm like, well, here's the problem though, right? Like they're gonna come out of a farming KVK, which they're probably gonna instantly jump back in to avoid boredom for the next 2 months. And so either 2359 has to insta jump back in, which I think is going to be tough. Like maybe they can. I'm not sure, but
that's going to be tough. Yeah,
it's going to be tough. You got to retrain. You got a lot of resources you're going to have to do. Like it's speed ups, all the things. So
yeah.
But we'll see. And then Osiris League's going to make it all interesting too, which will be fun.
I think the main thing that annoyed people is the fact that for example, 1316, right? That took a recent recovery KVK. From what I know and what I've heard, they still had an extra pop that they could have skipped, right? That's what I've heard, or what I don't know exactly what I don't remember the order of what KVK. But if they did have an extra KVK that they could have skipped, if you were gonna take a recovery KVK, why did you not take the extra skipped?
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
That's the only thing.
I need to take this Teletubby thing off.
Makes other people slightly more annoyed.
Oh wait, I was muted. My bad, chat.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna take this Teletubby thing off because I'm sweating my absolute face off right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright. Oh, did I miss it again? I got it. All right. All right, I'm muted. Dude, Shogun, it's so good to see you, big dog. Martin, dude, I miss the old days too, my friend. That's what's kind of exciting about KVK1. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I miss it's something that I've talked about for a long time, that I wish that the devs would do if y'all play other games like Fortnite or any of those, when they bring back like the original map, or bring back and do that as like a not a constant thing, but just something as like a nice pop that happens twice a year or something like that, where we can go back and play KVK1 or whatever it is. Sorry. I wish they would do that. I really, really do. Some of the most fun I ever had was in KVK1. Oi. All right. 1 second. All right. Dude, Vout fell asleep? Just kidding. Let me see.
Somehow I found someone that's auto doing Marauders next to me. Let's go. I can just follow them and leech off of them.
Group. Yeah, we have a nice little group going right now. Let's see.
Yeah, y'all like halfway across the map for me though.
Yeah.
Gonna take me like 20 business days to get there.
Yeah, I was bringing up the when I was getting out of the thing that I wish they would do a for those of y'all that like play other games like Fortnite or any of the Call of Duty or anything like that they bring back the old school maps for a little bit, like for an event. I wish they would bring back like an old school KVK, like KVK 1 for those players that like are those kingdoms that are in SOC where there's no crystal tech, there's no like, it's just us running out, having fun, doing our thing, and just let us just bang it out and just have some fun. They can commander lock it, they can do whatever they want. I just think the vibe of KVK 1 isn't
yeah. I kind of wish we could do KVK 3 with the light versus dark.
See, and that's something that I always brought up to the devs, that there's so many systems that it's so dumb, right? There's so many systems that are in light versus dark that they don't use in any other KVK, which is the dumbest thing, because I think they have some of the best systems, like the ally systems, you know, where you get to choose your ally and form all, like you get to form all of that prior to loading in. And then rewards are based on that. Like the fighting on the map is trash. I was never a huge fan of it. But I like the ally system, the buffs. I think the buffs were a little too long for 24 hours. I think like 6 or 8 hours a pop would be nice, because in Kingsland, whoever gets it has a massive buff. And if because usually Kingsland's not lasting longer than 24 in that one. So, yeah. But like flag burn skills or like stuff like that, I think when they add those to SOC, I think that's going to help with forts. That way we're not babysitting them for 14 hours. Like it's just.
Oh yeah. I think it's more so the like alliance tech instead of personal tech, where it's like if you have
Martin,
like an active.
This KVK is gonna be fun.
Alliance / kingdom or camp, and then you can get through
KVK
like
2 is gonna be more fun
point, like your whole tech with the honor points or whatever, like when you're killing barbs and stuff like that. That would be fun instead of just the crystal tech, where you know the only way you can get far ahead in it is either, you know, basically auto barbing permanently for till the end of KVK, or
the amount of backstabs that come because KVK rewards aren't like ally based or coalition based is wild. Like I'm just like, dude, just set up the camps. If your team wins, then you all get the rewards. If not, like, I don't know. That always threw me for a loop, but it is what it is. Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't remember my last like my KVK 1, 2, and 3, because that was like last time I did KVK 1, 2, and or 3 was like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
And
no, I'm
honestly,
right
I don't even remember it.
Dude, how long? So you've been playing for a while? Are you an OG?
I've played the game before it was called Rise of Kingdoms. It was when I played the game. So KVKs weren't a thing, and it was Rise of Civilizations.
So you went through the struggle that I went through, where we played Light versus Dark like 10 times in a row.
I think at that point I had like I took a break. So I only played it once, maybe twice.
There you go. Yeah, most people never understood that struggle. If you're an OG, you understand that struggle. When people are like, "Oh man, KVK, this and that," I'm like, brother, if you were old enough, you went through playing Light versus Dark 10 times in a row before the other maps all came out. We were just literally there, just bored out of our minds for like a year playing Light versus Dark. It was nuts. It was nuts. So you got blessed on that part then.
Yeah, because I like played 1 or 2. I think I played like KVK 1. My kingdom like died mid KVK because I think like we had like a civil war till like basically
Oh,
like till we had a civil war till they announced KVK won versus some Chinese alliance.
Yeah.
And then like KVK 1 happened, everyone migrated out, and then I was like at that point I was like a full free to play player, so I didn't have passports or anything to migrate out, so I kind of had to just do nothing for like
Just
till,
play
for
hide
the
and
whole
go.
KVK.
Just play hide and go seek, my friend. Just play hide and go seek.
And then eventually I get the passports to migrate to another kingdom, and it's kind of just like the same old thing till like KVK, till they ended up at some point. I took a break, came back. There was beginning of like HA. My account was like not really good enough. I was free to play still at that time, and just not enjoyable. Took a bigger break, came back, saw armaments, saw I was like so far behind people, quit again, and then like a year or two ago I came back.
Yeah,
and
we were
then,
playing. I think at that point, once we did HA, then I was in 1307. But before that, I was in 89 RZ, which some people remember because of Osiris League. But I was with them, and then I was with Navi in 1399 for a while.
Yeah.
So it was fun, man. Like I think I missed those just because of the idea that I don't really know. I think it's the same way that Oppo says about the fighting style, and I kind of agree with him. Like the idea of the chicken peck fighting style drives me nuts. I understand the necessity for it, but it drives me nuts. Where's everyone going? We all splitting up?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of just like, I wish I could like we could go back to like having fun with like the slightly less nuke style of commanders. Because like most of the more like older commanders, like even just Attila Takeda or Alex, and then Charles Martel, those then don't do 3000 damage factor where you get one skill cycle and you're half dead. And yeah, I think that's
Stav, are you still roaming? You still roaming down there, big dog? I'm trying to see if we're getting a group or if they're rotating out. I think they're rotating out. Let's see, 12 minutes out. 12. Yeah, they're pulling all that. Oh, all right. Let me see. I guess we'll just hunt them then. Let's see. I don't know how well I'm gonna do with 3 marches. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get cooked, but we'll see.
No, I personally somehow found some miracle burst in auto maraudering around me, and then I've just been kind of following them.
Dude, Chad was like, brother, when you getting on? And I was like, oh man, I'm about to play with Chad. I'm about to play with, nah, bro, he fell asleep. He's good. He's cooked. I'm just kidding.
I mean, that's the.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Let me see. Hold up. Who's tagging me, bro? I appreciate you. I need to get Carr back on here, bro. Carr was saying, I know it's like 4 a.m. for that boy, though. For my guy. He was like, I'm in 4028, but I haven't been on it. I'm like, brother, we're playing together, bro. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear it.
The only thing I wish to try is like to be on like a. I wish I could have a whale account in like the KVK 1 or 2. That would be so. I feel like that's got to be so fun. Like, cause that's probably when the biggest disparity between the spanner and the average player happens. I feel like it's got to be like you got to feel like a god amongst man, basically.
Dude, if I don't feel like that in KVK1, bro, I'm quitting. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just kidding. Dude, Goober, I just saw that you have a sip on your tag, bro. You're in KVK right now, right? With sip? I had some friends that were, I think, playing in sip. Or I think it's Coalition sip. I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
It's the Alliance. Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's my first my first KVK with them.
Okay. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I had who was it? Let me see. They were in my Discord. They gave me all your stuff for the watch party for all that. Let me see. It wasn't Car. It was Skitty. There's a couple of them that are in that kingdom right now. But yeah. Yeah, it looked like y'all got some good fights in that first zone.
Yeah, bro. I've been having a blast with this kingdom. We thought we didn't, you know, we didn't win the zone, but we fucking drained the shit out of the opponent.
It's all good. It's all good, baby. You don't have to win the first zone, my friend. It's about winning.
Nah, we drained the shit out of them.
Yeah,
and it was a blast, dude.
Yeah, because y'all's allies, I think, line up where y'all still have a free zone, correct? If I remember correctly.
Yep.
Yeah,
yep,
so
yep.
y'all should be good. That's what happened with ours too. We won our first zone, but bro, we got absolutely drained in that first one. It was wild.
Yeah. Zone 5 means
Jack
for a KVK.
If you hit, once you hit those bastions, bro, you just tap them a couple of days and you're good to go.
Yeah.
But what's good about it is if you play smart, you're able to drain the enemy.
Yeah, exactly.
If they're using T5s and you know their main marches where you're using farms and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. A lot of people don't realize that about like the large Imperiums is the amount of farms that they're gonna use to like fill in the beginning, and then that way their mains are fresh at the end. It's just nuts. It's wild.
Yeah. I think the main thing, at least like from experience, like recently, has been the difference of like past 7, where we weren't in a position where we could hold a past 7,
but we could
fam.
Do me a huge
hold
favor.
our
Smash
forts.
that like button if you're enjoying the content.
And like
sub to the channel. We are. I think we're a couple
like,
of
if you're
subs
able
away
to like
from hitting
fill your forts with just
6K?
you know, farms.
What did you say?
And then they just
Hang on a
have to
second.
fill
I don't
with
even know.
Mains
I haven't been
because you're
like
just
honestly paying
being
that
an
much
annoyance
attention.
and just
But let me see. We are pretty close though.
fucking jumping their
We smashed the 6K. Yo, all right. In celebration,
the refills from farms. You can
gift a couple
easily drain
of membies
so well.
A couple of membies in celebration.
That's
little 5 bomb, baby. A little 5 bomb celebration. Just pop 6K.
That's kind of what.
Loaded 6K.
So
subs.
like it was funny. We were making a joke because they did win the zone, but low key it was like they were stuck in the zone with us because we were fucking with them, you know. And we were doing similar to what you were just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you just like city hub their reinforcements, like their T4 reinforcement, and force them to fill
Good luck
the
to
T5s.
everybody, fam. Here's a 5 spot in celebration
like
for us hitting 6,000
Are you really winning the
subs on
fight? Are you
YouTube.
really
Huge shout out to
winning
y'all.
the zone?
Means the world to me. I appreciate y'all, and hopefully y'all enjoy your time here. Let's pop the 5 gifties. Good luck to y'all, fam. Appreciate y'all. Crazy Bunny, yo. WW, dude, I appreciate y'all, fam. Truly. All right. Let me see. Let's see. How are we doing? Alliance. How do we do on mobilization? All right. See. Yo, we absolutely slapped on the Alliance headquarters. I didn't realize that. Let me guess. Dude, Valve with the 7,000 score. Jesus Christ, bro.
7,000.
Staffer with
Oh,
65.
Lord.
Chad with 65. Odin with 4. Dude, Jesus Christ, bro.
Lord.
Oh, man. That's funny. All right, let me see. Lucky Stall. Oh, I haven't done all these. Yeah, I wish they had the training section before. I still need troops for Arc, bro. Absolutely. I hate, dude. They're so slow in Arc, bro.
I'm gonna be right back. I need to go do the final exam on my main.
Go. All right, brother. No worries. Let's see. All right, chat. I appreciate y'all hanging out today, fam. Do y'all have any questions about me? I know that somebody asked earlier, and I can answer it. Let me scroll up real quick and see who asked the question. It was earlier. It said, oh, it's Houdini. Houdini asked, why did I leave Scarab? So, honestly, it's not that hard, right? I'm not going to name names. I don't want to do all that. Like, it's water under the bridge. There's honestly, no hard feelings. There were certain criteria, those of y'all that know that you're in Scarab, that they wanted, right? And they were pushing. One of them was forts, right? There was a certain amount that needed to be required, and certain criteria. Almost every other criteria I hit outside of the forts. And I'm not ashamed to say it, like, brother, I hate forts. If they in-game, if they added an auto fort feature, I would instantly subscribe to it. I don't care. I just don't have the patience to in a busy kingdom like that. And I'll tell you this, right? This is just an example of what I was experiencing, right? And it's none of their faults, right? When you have a busy kingdom in the final zone of your kingdom, right? And they're all flooded in there, everyone's in there, and you're trying to find a fort, bro, the amount of times that I got hit with no fort available around you, I swear I might have spent 20 TPs the night before I left, TPing around to different areas to try to find a fort. And then people were like, just go to the next zone. And I'm like, here's the deal though, right? The whole point of wanting to be in the final zone is so that you can find bigger resource nodes, bigger barbs, like bigger everything, right? I don't want to have to do twice the work for smaller resource nodes so I can find forts. And it just turned into that, right? It turned into a point of contention where they're doing a lot of movement, right? And they notified me that they were going to move me into a different alliance. And I'll be honest with you. They didn't have a hierarchy set up. So like typically if you're gonna get demoted, right? If you're in the #1 alliance, it makes sense that you would get to #2 or however you want to do it. Somehow I was gonna go from the #1 alliance to the #5 alliance. And I'm just like, brother, I'm not gonna make content in a farm alliance. Oh, thank you, my love. I appreciate it, baby. I'm just not going to do that. Like, I would rather let the account die than put money into making content in a farm alliance. I'm just not going to. Just not. Right? And so I had messaged Chad, like the things that were for me, right? The decisions that were in front of me were, one, either let the account die and just stay on my main and do that, or two, see if I can move the restart somewhere, right? I honestly, the last big thing, and before I get into the whole why I went to 4028, and I told this to the 4030 as well, right? It's not, there's no hate, there's no nothing. I told them the same thing. Like, I understand, I respect it. You do what you need to do. But I'm gonna do what I need to do, because at the end of the day, content is the name of the game, right? if it's not going to benefit me, my channel, my community, then what am I doing? You know what I mean? I'm not saying the kingdom isn't important, right? But at the end of the day, me having fun and me enjoying making content, getting together with people is my number one priority. It's not, I'm kingdom, right? But it can't feel like a business. If it feels like a business, I'm good, man. I'm good. I got enough businesses where I don't need it. Like, I want to have fun. I want to laugh. I want it to be competitive. I want to shoot the shit and have some laughs. You know, every now and then we have a beer or do whatever, then cool, right? But that's what I'm looking for, right? And it just, there were so many shifts in leadership that it stopped feeling like that for me. And so it just leaned more into that, right? And so those are the kind of the multiple reasons that kind of led to where I ended up with 4028. Poor Chadsky was like in the middle, like literally the heat of battle in 1606. And I just messaged him. I was like, hey, bro, I'm looking to see if y'all have space in 4028. And he was like, yeah, brother. Like right now I was over 10.4 at the time. And he was like, well, you're over 10. So we'll have to do a ticket stuff. And so I messaged him. I'm like, yo, no worries. And I went and deleted 500,000 power just to get under the 10. So we didn't have to worry about the ticket. And I just migrated over. I didn't even care. Like I got the thumbs up and he was like, I got you, brother. I dropped that, flew over, just, you know, put a shield on just until we could get it approved. And here we are. And that's lo and behold what it was. I did get an offer from another kingdom, but I didn't know any of them. And it was just one of those, like, I hate the idea of jumping into dicey situations, not knowing where stuff's going. And I always enjoyed Chadsky, you know, Schmucks here. There's a bunch of content creators that I really enjoy. And I watch their content. I hang out on their streams when I can. And I've never been, I'll be honest with you, I've always been one of the content creators that feels a little different about having so many content creators in a kingdom. But at the same token, I'll tell you this. I would rather have that and have that community being built, because we can collab. There's so many things that we can do. There's literally multi-stream collab features on YouTube that we could legitimately just all do a collab stream together. And there's so many little things like that that maybe we'll do. I don't know. I'm not going to promise y'all anything. But what I can promise y'all is we're going to be rocking and rolling with live streams. I'm going to work on doing more videos. I have a ton of stuff that I'm doing right now, but trying my best. I wasn't even going to live stream tonight. And then Chadsky was like, brother, get on the stream. And I was like, all right, well, let's do this thing, I guess. Let's do this thing, I guess. I made the wife a little Korean barbecue for lunch today. We took her shopping, and we're thrifting. She likes to thrift. Thrifting, and then we got back home and I ate, and here we are, fam. How's y'all Saturday going? I don't know. Is there UFC going on right now? There's probably basketball and everything going on. Dude, I'm a nerd. I'm a sports nerd.
You watching hockey or not?
No. Well, I've been watching basketball for a little bit because basketball my Spurs have been playing, but I do watch a little bit of hockey. We get I've always been a huge fan of the Knights, and then we're in Texas, so the Stars are for Dallas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's your team? Who you been what?
I'm Canadian. I'm French Canadian. I'm a diehard fan of the Montreal Canadiens.
There you go. Oh yeah, they had an amazing game yesterday. I saw the highlights.
They're having an awesome series.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw the highlights yesterday. That was wild. Man.
Like that is what like probably like the peak of like playoff hockey is happening right now. Again, Canadians versus Tampa Bay right now.
Dude, that's yeah. And then Anaheim. I saw them pulling rabbits out of their hat too. I was like, brother, what?
Honestly, it's yeah.
Dude, I wanted to throw up the flying V, bro, for old time's sake. Dude, I probably aged myself. Most of y'all don't even know what I'm talking about, but it's all good. For the mighty Ducks.
I just don't think that like the Ducks win it. Like I feel like at some point
Nah,
like
but
David
you know,
is gonna like
the thing
awaken.
is though, it's just exciting. Like I don't even care.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't even care if they win, lose, or draw. I think at the end of the day, like
Yeah.
playoff anything is exciting. Like I
Yeah.
just want it to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been doing
that's-
basketball, and I
which
think
is why-
UFC. I don't think there's a good UFC card this week. So, but yeah, no. And then the draft is going on, so it's just there's too much going on, but it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm being blessed with playoff hockey with the Canadians. It's just like some of the best hockey I could ask for right now.
Do you watch?
Awesome.
Do they stream? So after hockey, what's probably the most streamed sport in Canada? Or is it just hockey?
They stream every sport. I mean the same kind of as you guys. Like I mean we got every.
What's the most popular? What's the second most popular outside of hockey? Because I know y'all have we have a couple of teams in the NBA up there, but I don't know.
There's
if
one.
NBA
There's
is
a single one, and it's the Raptors.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's that crazy.
So,
and I know baseball. Wait,
I mean, there is some base. There has been like slightly more hype, especially considering like recently the Blue Jays have gone like twice recently into the World Series. But I feel like second is probably either football
the CFL
or like soccer.
Soccer, interesting. Okay.
We do have the MLS.
Oh, y'all are getting
getting
the Messi up in Canada, yo. Let's go.
So we got for football we got the CFL and then there's the NFL obviously.
Yeah.
But then soccer is I mean there's MLS and there's also a lot like of in general immigrants of people that like watch that are more from like Europe and stuff like that are more that do watch soccer. So I would say it's probably in order like hockey, football, soccer, and then like baseball, basketball.
Lunar, I'm just gonna be waiting here all day, bro. I'm gonna have to tile hop, dude. It's so slow.
Oh yeah, yeah. Marches are. Oh my god, yes, yeah, I see what you mean.
Oh my god, dude. I'm not ready for this slow. Like, dude, I forgot how slow it was, and then now it's like vroom vroom and SOC now. Like, oh lord.
Yeah, I mean, I went like I said before. Like my restart is far behind most, and then I went from SOC where like you can literally just auto barb till for like 100 marauders.
Oh yeah.
And you could still do more, but that's just the limit. And then now I can like run like 2 marches of like half tier 3, half tier 4, and I can kill 1 marauder, maybe 2 at a time.
You
I
got
need
him.
to
You got him,
walk
bro. You
back.
got him. Yeah, I gotta level up this mina here in a little bit. I probably should have already done that, to be honest with you. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also like not in like the bigger alliances because I mean I fell behind, so now I'm like in the lower.
Where are you at in 4028?
I don't even think it's like one of the like main alliances. It's 2HA8.
Okay.
Because I used to be in NIPS, and then our like past 7 / Kingsland happened where I was like on like 24/7 or as much as I could on my main, and like it lasted like for a whole week from past 7 till Kingsland for 3 days, and I just didn't get on any farm accounts or whatever, so I was offline for about a week on my restart. And then I got kicked, and then I just kind of like couldn't join any other alliances after that, and then
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, that's always been an issue though.
Yeah. and I feel like it's if you're not in the main like 2 maybe 3 alliances in a restart, unless you're a big spender, it's just hard if not impossible to catch to even just like keep up with the main 2-3 alliances, because you'll have like 1 or 2 big spenders per alliances that just like provide you a lot more speed ups and stuff like that. I mean, I can just see it from your stream right now, where it's we get like maybe one single wood chest per day.
If I I'll show you the main. We get a little bit in the other, but it's a smaller kingdom in that sense. We're true one alliance. I think we're at like 7 bill power. Like, it's nothing that we're crazy, but we have a lot of like experienced players that play in other kingdoms with their other accounts. So it's like, it's just a group of German sausages that just hang out together, John. It's
I mean, technically I'm in like a mid to high A seed on my main.
Where's your? You said your main's where again?
2194.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean we've been in like fairly big KVKs recently, where we've been in 2 S+ KVKs in a row. So I mean, it's nothing to compare.
Spidey,
I mean, I guess like I said, we've been in the
Cortex
606
Kingdom
KVK
on the 30th. Spidey, which I know Cortex migrated. Where did he go to again, Spidey? So the only ones that I have on the upcoming KVK list right now are the Siege of Orleans, the 13137. It is the 2293, 2666, 3251 versus 1474. That one. Is it that one?
I think he's in this. I think they're in the same KVK as the 2293. Yeah.
Yeah, Spidey. So that's the plan, Spidey. Yeah, I have it on my upcoming. If y'all have other ones that y'all want, just hop in the server. Here, I'll put the thing, and if y'all want to, just ping me with the dates for passes and stuff, and I'll add them. I'll never mind highlighting KVK action. The prediction for Osiris League is going to be pretty spot on. So, oops, I forgot. It's going to be pretty spot on with timing. So, announcement end of the month. And usually once they time the announcement, it's pretty much like, usually the way that they're timing is like a week after, they're already locking people in. And then once we lock in, then it's rocking and rolling. So
who do you think's winning OL?
Dude, I saw that they changed the format last season about how realms are set up. And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't a huge fan of that. Like, I like the idea of progression, but the same way that people argue about KVK matchups and lining up with competition and doing that, I feel the exact same way about Osiris League. And I've always hated that there feels like there's no structure to Osiris League, in the sense where I've told the devs like for years that I don't like the idea of there still being 4 realms. I think we have enough alliances to be competitive in maybe 2 realms. And so I would rather, and this is just a personal opinion, I get what they're coming from. Like, they want more people to be able to experience the event and do it, and that's okay, right? But at the end of the day, it's a competitive event. I don't want 2 months worth of chalked matches where we have JST playing against a 100 million power, 6 registered player alliance, instead of starting off with like the event with the kickoff. Like, I want good matches for 2 months, and then we're good.
Yeah.
And so it's just one of those. I think it's a little bit of difference of opinion. They're trying to be inclusive and make people feel like that, but I think in the sense it waters down stuff. And I've always been the same way about rewards as well. I think if you're an Imperium, right, in an Imperium KVK, your reward should be better.
Yeah, I mean that.
You're
I think that's
losing
something
more.
that they have.
Yeah.
I think that's something that they have at least sort of done with like the recent like S Plus.
But see, here's the deal, right? My S Plus will still be the same S Plus as an Imperium S Plus, and that's
Yeah,
the
but
part
I
that
mean,
I'm not a fan
you
of
need to
because.
fight a lot.
But it's not. I'll put it this way: fighting in an AC to get an S Plus, and fighting in an Imperium to get an S Plus, like there should be at that point, right? An Imperium's hitting S plus 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 by the time that KVK ends, and they're still getting the same rewards as S plus. And so my big deal is, if you want to participate in the most competitive KVKs out there, the scaling of rewards needs to meet what's being asked, right? If you are going to get mass KVK like 1606 and all these guys like that easily, they probably were S plus what after first zone. You know what I mean? Like
I think it's S. Yeah, I think it's S Plus like Zone 5.
that aren't that are probably like after Kingsland, they're like 1v1ing to get to S plus. But we're still getting the same rewards. You know, I think it's the same way that we tier off rewards for other things. Those events should have tiered rewards as well. Like
I think they don't. One thing that like sadly happens too often with Lilith is instead of giving more to the bigger, they give less to the smaller. From what S Plus is right now, they should like add extra tiers after that and not like make it more make more requirements to S Plus.
Yeah,
because that's one thing that happens too often in my opinion.
I think the scaling of reward scales need to get revisited. And then the other thing that needs to get revisited, and I will die on this hill, right, is the idea that rewards themselves need to get reworked, right? The idea that some kingdoms are in like KVK 20 plus, right? And we are still getting gold keys and rewards is
absolutely
insane, bro. Like, switch those out for healing speeds, like the stuff that we're all needing. I mean, something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Thankfully, they finally switched the gold key to a sovereign key in the daily rewards. Like that is something that should have been done years ago.
Years ago, yeah. And those are the little things. Like it sounds dumb, right? But at the end of the day, that's like those are the quality of life updates that I'm looking for, right? Like players are spending more, they're losing more, they're gonna need more speed ups. Imperiums are like you can't have Kragans and whales running out of speed ups. So, like that shouldn't even be a thing. You know, like that's wild to me.
Yeah. I mean, I think in general, just like any KVK having only 10% resource return is criminal. Whether it's a DC Kingdom or a KVK or an Imperium KVK, 10% resource return is literally like that's a fucking robbery.
Dude,
whether you're spending 30 billion, like there's dude, like Imperium spend like 100 billion each.
Dude, it's pretty nuts. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, the other scaling that I was gonna talk about was KVK scaling, is in the sense that like what the part that you're talking about, right, for rewards. I think that they should set those at certain thresholds. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all think the same thing. I think that they need to set it in certain thresholds where how they have certain rewards when you hit 10 million KP, 15, 5, whatever you're hitting, right? Certain milestones. I think certain return of troops should be at certain thresholds. So you have 40%. I'm just throwing these random numbers out. You hit the 10 million KP, you get 40%. You hit 15 million, you get 50%. You hit 20 million, you get 60%. And then it will go up to a max of 70 or whatever it is. Because at the end of the day, even large players, if you are losing at a 50%, even at a 50% clip, right? If you have 3 hard KVKs back to back to back, that 50% gets absolutely nuked. You will have to either spend double what you're spending to get back where you just were, not even to grow, right? To get back where you were, which some players will start to fall off purely because of that, right? They don't want to have to feel like they have to spend 3 times the amount that they were previously spending to not even grow their account. right? So it just does that. And same thing with free to play. It's going to entice more fighting. You're promoting it in a sense where it's like, okay, I don't mind killing my troops because guess what? It's going towards X, Y, and Z, which will increase percentages and so on and so forth. So I think that those are the scalings that I'm looking for personally, but I don't know if they'll do them. Like it's a hard sell, and I get it.
One thing I've never understood from Lilith is, to a certain point, right? Like the more fighting there is, the more they make, right? Money, activity, everything. That's kind of why that's more of like a conspiracy, I guess. But like pilots, right? Like there's so many ways that they could get rid of pilots, but if they get rid of pilots entirely, that means there's less fighting.
So
that's more.
This is off the cuff, and I'll say this. I don't think eliminating a feature, similar to how do I put this in a way where it doesn't spiral way out. In America, right, we had this thing called the war on drugs, right? When drugs became super, like, they were cracking down, they were, doing all these things. And in 2026, we have legalized drugs that we used to crack down on, right? Because they understood the idea, finally, that you're probably not going to get rid of them, right? So if you're not going to get rid of them, you might as well monetize off of it and make money off of it. So the government taxes it, does it. And that's the same thing that I'd say with Lilith, right? If you aren't going to make money off of res sellers, right? Then make a system that you can then make money from. That will benefit. And so I know we have the that system that's in our main accounts right now, where you can buy the stuff with the currency.
The bazaar.
I told them to make that a permanent, like just make. Even if that's not permanent, there should be a permanent structure in everyone's city. Where we can just buy 1 billion res. Like, I don't care.
So my issue with the bazaar, right? I totally agree with you. It should be a permanent thing where if you need resources, you can buy them. The issue with the bazaar right now is the price for like 1 billion of one specific resources is similar to the price of 1 billion of each from resource sellers.
I'm okay with that.
Where no one's gonna willingly pay that price for 1 billion of one resource.
I'll tell you
versus 1 billion of each resource.
I think. Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay.
You're paying 4 times the price. For 1 billion versus 4 billions of each 4 billion resources.
Totally. I think I misheard you.
If they just match the prices or anywhere close to the prices of the resource sellers, and like they added like a little bit of gems or a little bit of VIP points here and there, they'd make an insane amount of money from resource seller.
And here's the thing, right? Because I do marketing, that's my full-time job. If you market it correctly, man, the like, even if you matched, I'll tell you this, even if you were slightly more expensive than res sellers, if you did it in the right way, where you gave incentives towards the what's the one, the flux, if you gave slight benefit towards that system, where those additional bundles that you're getting could be used towards like a currency to go towards
totally,
the additional price would be nonchalant, because they're already spending a ton of money on that anyways, and so it essentially becomes free res for a lot of players. And I think if you market it correctly, it's one of those things, like a lot of people are like, well, they already spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, they're not worried about. I promise you, everybody loves a deal, fam. If you were gonna spend $1,000 and they're gonna give you a $500 coupon, people are gonna be over the moon. I don't care if you make $1 million or you make $1,000 a month. Like, people will be over the moon about getting free stuff. Free stuff is king, regardless of how much money you make. So it's one of those. I think they just need to figure out how they want to do it, and if they want to do it. I don't know if they want to honestly tackle that, but it's a lot of money that they're.
I mean, they would make they probably would make like extra millions of dollars
Yeah.
a year on every kingdom, every KVK that goes on per year. They would probably make like at least one, if not multiple millions extra dollars.
Yeah.
Like imagine just those like big KVKs, like the 10, you know, the
Dude,
most
they would
recent
already make more.
1093, 2049.
That would be in
Just
a month.
imagine the amount of resources that were sold in that KVK.
They make millions in a month. They wouldn't make it in a year. They would make that on the monthly.
I was being conservative, you know, like I'm just trying to reduce those numbers.
Shit, I bet you they made $1 million just off of the 1606 KVK alone. I bet.
Yeah,
you.
exactly. I mean, those big KVKs, they'd make us insane amounts of money, and it's like if you like I said, because the issue is with the research, the bazaar is like the only way you can buy it is by buying the Clamix.
Yeah, I
but
don't
the
like.
Clamix give you nothing other than the Clamix. Like it doesn't give you a single point of VIP, doesn't give you gems, gives you nothing. The only thing you can use those Clamix is either to buy resources at an outrageous price compared to the resource sellers, or to buy basically basically gamble for useless cosmetics.
Yeah.
Because the cosmetics you can spend.
But here's the deal. Here's the deal with cosmetics, and this is the part. This is the part that I'll say this, right. They might be useless, but if there's one thing that I know about Rise of Kingdoms players is they are collectors, my friend. It doesn't matter whether they're useless or not. Look at the $14,000 Alliance skins. There are people that are just like, you know what? I'm gonna get it for our Alliance. I don't care. And there are some that are just like, brother, what? What you can buy for? Hold on. 489 Clyde. I think the problem is the image. It's easier to say this game is about the grind if you don't acknowledge. Hold up. Oh, sorry. I forgot to hit the thing. It's easier to say this game is about the grind if you don't acknowledge res selling is a thing. If they advertise this, they can compare with free to play. How to farm is compared. I think, okay. And I agree. I can agree with that. But I would say this, Clyde. None of the features that they have come up with, the quality of life update features that they've come up with, have been about the grind, right? Example, they release a thing, auto barbing, right? Auto barbing is not a grind thing. That is I can set it. I'll go, go to lunch, go out with the wife. I'll pop 100,000 AP and just let it ride. You know what I mean? Same thing with helps. With all of these quality of life updates that they're doing are not for the grind. They're doing it for ease,
to reduce it.
To reduce the grind. Because I think that the amount of people that were complaining about the grind was a lot, like deafening. So I think I don't think the idea of when they're talking about auto forts and all those kinds of deals, I don't think they're looking to make it like that. I think they're looking to make it more simplistic. Which I'll be honest with you, for the small things in the day-to-day, I'm okay with it. Right? I'm not a huge fan of the the war camps, the war groups where you can control other people's marches. I see that as like a free-to-play pilot service. That's just how I see it.
Pilots.
You know what I mean? And it's free. And so it's like I don't necessarily see that. Like that feature in itself isn't a grind feature either. That's a hey, I'm gonna be out on vacation. Here you go. You can take my stuff and have fun. And so I don't know. I think ease, and if they're looking at their profit margins and stuff like that from a business side, I get from a player side, right? Like as a free to play, it's not really like conducive. Like maybe there's a way for free to play to earn currency that they can then use towards purchasing, or better yet, add that currency into KVK rewards, and people can rack it up and then buy resources for the next KVK. I don't know.
In general, they got like a good system starting with the whole like acclaim shop from.
I'm not a huge fan of acclaim.
But
do you like acclaim?
I like it because of the idea that it's not just the amount of KP that you get, where you can trade if you're like getting slightly less KP, but you're trading in a 1-to-1 instead of getting more KP but a 2-to-1. You're still getting like not necessarily equal, but at least slightly more rewards for what you would usually get.
See, I find that claim to be like one of those mysterious rock stats that they think makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. Kind of like how they keep trying to explain to us in the CC server how the arc rating works, and it doesn't make sense when they try to explain it. I'm like, team, this still doesn't make sense. You're trying to explain it, and one guy's like, how did oh bro, we're getting slapped by friends here. All right, I might just have to back up. Gonna send my people to the hospital. Run away! All right, I'm out of here. I'm getting slammed. Jesus.
But yeah, I mean, I understand where, like, but the idea, let's just say like that, the idea of a claim for what it's made to be makes sense, because it's like it helps technically like the smaller accounts that would be in bigger kingdoms where they won't trade positive, you know, they'll likely get slapped around, but it's still, even if you're not getting, you know, the 30 mil kills or whatever that you'd usually have to get in the average KVK, well now if you're getting like 25 mil kills but you're trading 1-to-1 instead of 2-to-1 or, you know, 1-to-1.5, you're still getting that 30 mil kills rewards. So I think it's definitely a positive thing. Can it be reworked slightly to be a bit better? Yes. It's a work in progress. It's a fairly new system considering the age of the game. But I think Acclaim is something good, and even just like what they, like the idea of what they had with the new Pioneer system with the like more healing potions, it makes sense. To like, the more you fight, the more rewards you get, kind of like you said before, where if you fight a lot, you should get more return. Well, the acclaim shop, well, the more acclaim you get, you can buy recovery potions, you can buy transmutation stones, you can buy more stuff. It's just that their potions that they have is like, it's 100 potions for 1 tier 5, but like, so you're in total, I think like for the whole acclaim shop, I think you can heal like 5 mil, I think it was tier 5s. So it's like in a whole KVK, that's maybe like 10%, not even, of your actually healed troops. So it's basically useless. So
I think there's always going to be works. Clyde, let me see. I think main problem is farming. If we're being real, it's kind of useless unless you have like 20 farm. Yeah, Clyde, but you're also in 2489, my friend. Like, that's an Imperium issue too. Like, I totally understand where you're coming from though. And then you can compare, you can work a job like 2 hours and get money for 100 hours of farm. Yeah. And I would say this, like, I would say that farming has become about as useful, you know, it just, I don't want to say, well, that's a bad joke. I won't say that.
Do it.
It's a bad joke. No. Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be about as useful as. Oh no, I'm not gonna say it. I can't say it on stream. I'll say it off stream at some point. But it's basically like wheelchair and an ass kicking contest. Yeah. Okay, but what was I gonna say? There are certain aspects of rock that I would say should get finessed, and I know that there are slight finessings that are getting done, like with tech, like when they added in the additional stuff for healing for T5 troops and all that, like where they're trying to benefit in that aspect. I'm still a huge proponent where I still feel like there needs to be tiers, reward tiers, scaling, reworks for y'all's Imperium KVKs, because I feel like I get what they're trying to do, but the scale at which they're going and the scale at which y'all are producing don't match up, right? If we hit an S+ in my smaller kingdom, I'm getting the same rewards as y'all that are getting absolutely nuked in an Imperium KVK, which is not the equivalent, same thing, right? I'm running out getting slammed by 5, 10, maybe Kragans, right? And then you're going into those KVKs where the entire alliance is Kragans. Like, that's not, we're not on the same, I've experienced that. And so I understand the issues on that front where people have to recover and do it. Like, I know that people that don't experience it have a hard time understanding that, but the idea, if you broke it down, right, not talking to you directly, just people in general, is one kingdom in an Imperium KVK that is a hard fought one is probably like the equivalent of like 5 or 6 KVKs for A seed kingdoms. It's just, there is no comparison between the two. And so what I'm trying to get at is there needs to be large scale adjustments that are being fine-tuned for the adjustment between Imperium and where it drops off from Imperium, because right now people are avoiding Imperiums like they have a disease, because they're afraid of getting randomly matched with 2359 or 1093 or 2489. And then bro, they're absolutely like taking a hiatus because they're like, we're not trying to retire our kingdom, you know, but at the same token, y'all are trying to have a good KVK too. You know what I mean? Like, it's, I get it, but I've always said like they needed to tear off. And this is something else that it's not like super important, but I feel like it would be helpful for matchmaking. They have gold and silver and Arc. I always said they should have some similar system inside of KVK. They should have a gold and a silver where, you know, our KVK, I would classify our KVK that I'm personally, that we just finished fighting in, probably a silver, right? And then you have your golds that you're getting 1093, 2359, 2489 that have their own pool, but also have their own rewards, their own benefits, their own incentives. Because what you want is, you ideally want players to want to be an Imperium Kingdom. If they inherently don't want to, you're not helping your game, right? In my opinion. So when you add in exclusives, that's a huge thing, right? Look at Grand Prix. Look at Strife, the Strife event where you get the exclusive skin that you can only get in that event. When you start doing stuff like that, I think is when we're going to see a shift in the mindset of people avoiding Imperium status and people that want to compete in an Imperium. Because at the end of the day, I promise you, there's players that spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in this game that are like, I want that skin. And if you tell them, well, you can't do it unless you win Osiris League, brother, I promise you, they're probably pulling their hair out trying to figure out how in the world am I going to win Osiris League so that I can get that skin. And so it's stuff like that. And I'm a firm believer on that. Was in 489. I'm actually in 4028 with you. Dude, yo, Clyde, let's go. Can I have this playlist? It's just a, Martin, it's just a playlist that I have on Spotify. It's NCS music, but it's just curated. I just cleaned it up. I don't know how I share it. Can I share it? I don't even know.
I think in general, what you're saying, like what would help in like kind of matchmaking wise is just separate, like have more tiers of Imperiums, and because now like the issue with the Imperiums is like you're having 2489 on the same tier as the 1606. Technically, considering Rise of Kingdoms right now, like 1606 is like similar tier or equal to like the 2049, 1093. I think, and I agree with the whole like there should be more tiers definitely, but they also need to make it like more than just the silver arc versus and silver and gold arc, but like just have the how they have like now the S plus and whatever, like S tier for the 3308, 1093 and all that for their new like matchmaking where you don't get teammates or whatever, campmates, and then the A, but like it should be like S plus, S minus, maybe A plus, then A, and then it's like, well, S plus is always alone, like the 1093, 2049. Then like S can be paired with an S minus if it's against the S plus.
Well, Clyde brought up a good statement here, and I like this. 100% for my time in 2377, 2049. It's kind of insane how many times I've heard we don't care about OL because we already have the skin. They should make new skins. I think one of the biggest mistakes that they do all the time is every skin looks the same, and that's the problem. I think if they did something similar to Strife, Clyde, I think they would do really well, where you have a skin that then alters depending on how many times you win, or changes colors or have a different visual. Even if you want to keep the same skin, then keep the same skin. But when you start adding in
numbers,
yeah, you change the number, it changes the color. Right, or you can select your own color, or make it. I don't know. A custom
maybe that,
color.
but I think it's more so like the fact that like the OL skin from now to the from 5-6 years when they first brought the OL to the OL skill to now, it's still 3% training, right?
Yep.
I think if it was even just if it went up from 3 to 5%. There's so many different bigger kingdoms would care about it so much more. For that, just the fact that you're getting 2, 3, 4% training speed, or even just if it went up like 1% per year per each OL iteration.
Yeah.
I think the bigger kingdoms would, like you said, like the 1090, 2049, 2377, those would probably care a lot more about the OL if every year they had an extra % of training speed. I think that's the main one that like anyone would care about, the training speed, where you're getting an extra % of training speed. Maybe even make it like a certain % of training speed and like a certain % of like healing speed. So it's like 3% training and then 3% healing, and then next year is 4-4, then the next one is 5-5, and then the more you play it, the higher it goes.
So
I think it would care a lot more.
Here's where I'm gonna throw the train off the train tracks, and y'all will like this. It's purely for conversation points. Okay. So those of y'all that don't know or have been here, I recently left Age of Empires Mobile, right? While the game itself, right, the devs were just, don't get me started. While that might be the case, the game had some specific pieces of content that I thought were fantastic, in the sense where, I'll give you an example. There was a feature where at a certain point, you would be able to change the expertise of a commander, right? What do I mean by that? If you're like, okay, I'll give you an example. We know Chadsky loves his Attila, right? Chadsky loves his Attila. He's a cav through and through, but say he also had his 4 other marches were infantry, right? There is an event inside of AOEM that allows you to change what troop type your commander is expertised on. So it makes your commanders fluid. So you could take your Attila and then switch him to infantry. You could change his specific stat and troop type. It's the same thing with skins. You can build out your own skin. So if you wanted it to fixate on skill damage and training, you'd be able to build that out, right? It's the same thing with equipment. If you wanted to get that specific, they removed certain aspects of RNG from it. Well, we have artifacts. See, there you go. So it's just certain things that I think it's food for thought, because I understand the idea of RNG and the importance of RNG. But I also understand that the situations that we keep running into where people are like, I need this one piece of gear and now I have to farm it for the next 3 months of my life to be fam. You literally could just buy the blueprint. You save up, you spend 20k gems, get your blueprints that you need, call it a day, right? Like at the end of the day, I think that the ease should be there. Like, you don't want to get rid of the grind. Like, I understand that, but there should be a way for people to be able to easily get stuff without feeling like they're gonna have to go no life for the next 6 months trying to get one piece of gear that then by 6 months is gonna be obsolete. Which almost all free-to-play are gonna run into that, and that's what I find.
And I made that's the whole new formation thing that
and that's where we brought that up too, right? I told them in our CC server, right? I'm not dropping other people's names, and I won't say what other people said, but my point of view is, I don't understand why there needs to be a 2.0, a 3.0. Just update the formation so that it is current. It's quality of life. If you want to add additional stuff, bring in more inscriptions. If you want to adjust from there, then cool, right? If you have 30 different inscriptions and they all have various use cases, you're going to get a lot of variation, right? Right now, I think everybody's so conscious on what's the best, right? And there's head and shoulders, there's select ones that are a head and shoulders above, where it makes everything else useless in that sense. And I think if you add in more variations of that, we're going to get varying gameplays. We're going to get varying a lot of different things, which I think would be beneficial for a lot of the eggheads in our community for sure.
I think it would definitely make sense to have like you know, sort of like, instead of now like where they've like honed in on the three, like wedge, pincer, and delta, right? Having like a kind of the arch as also there for like at least 4, where technically your pincer or delta could have like a slightly more value of just, instead of being pincer, it would be a, like, you know, arch 2.0 basically. I mean, same for like, for example, Attila, like you said with Chadsky, like an arch 2.0 where you'd have, you know, better numbers, because those numbers on the arch are getting slightly lower, much lower compared to the new wedge 2.0, the pincer, the delta. Then the destructive, the technically, like for a lot of people, as like the fact that you're wasting the rage. It's like there's some of the inscriptions are kind of having at least 4 to 5 different formations that like you can switch around, that could like have more specific uses in the game, instead of just like, well, it's pincer for infantry, wedge for archers, and delta for cavalry. I think you'd have more like a lot better things. And then instead, like I mean, I'm not a fan of them releasing new formations, or at the very least, if you're gonna do that, when you're updating from each formation, one formation to another, it should either be free or at a very discounted price.
So I brought that up too, because when I returned, right, the biggest issue that I ran into is the return events aren't enough, right? I like the idea that they give you a free swap, like you can do your swap. I like that, right? But that is like 20% of the issue, right? You're coming back. Okay, I got QSH, bam, I'm cool. Okay, but now I'm 3 years behind on armaments, 3 years behind on gear, and there are no events for returning players to be able to target, trade, swap, update their gear, their armaments, in a non-spend $100,000 to upgrade your stuff or just buy a new account. There's just no way. There's no 100 to any of that.
Spending 100, it's you, when you come back to the game, you have to spend like 100k gems to have your commander swap. Then you need to spend 100k gems to commander reset. Then you need to spend another 100k for to dismantle a piece that you didn't want. Then you need to spend another 100k to convert the special talent from one type to another. And it's like, well, how the fuck am I, you know,
you're never
pulling
gonna catch up.
500 gems my ass, basically.
All right, Clyde, this is not a popular thing to say, I think, but Lilith is going to implement a new progression system soon. Many big accounts are starting to max out iconic and armaments, usually as a sign of new things. So I will tell you this. I always how do I put this? I always felt that the sets were too limited, and this is going to be a even more unpopular opinion, Clyde. I feel like the sets inside of Rise of Kingdoms for equipments are too limited. I think the idea of having where we are building and there's an optimal infantry set, an optimal cav set, I've never been a huge fan of that. Right? I want sets like make a smite set, make a range set, make like we should have 30 different sets where people can focus on certain deals and be able to kind of mix and match their stuff or build or craft their set that best reflects the combo that they are going to do, right? That one set should not be perfect for every single cav commander, right? If one cav does fan, then I want a gear piece that is specially like specific to fan AoE. If I have one that is QSH with YSG and a circular AoE, I want gear pieces that are focused on circular AoE, right? Where it's going to benefit my March specifically. Because once you start getting very niche, you'll start to find that the community is going to spread, because you're not going to, it's not a one and done. It's not one all be all. It's about what you're focusing on.
There's an issue to that though, because the way that they're releasing their new commanders, where like every new commander is like game changing recently, where if you're having to do like very niche equipment sets and those don't translate to the next commander, well then if you went on like a niche, like you said, like a fan AoE cavalry commander or whatever, or like if, and then all of a sudden like the next one's a circle AoE, well
see,
you're having
that is a valid thing.
And then you get stuck in an issue where you invested on something and then you're stuck with non-optimal things for
100%. And so here's the second part to the statement that I probably should have said too. They are gonna have to, and regardless if they do the idea that we're talking about, they still need to figure a good way where players don't need, okay, how do I put this? The transmute, like the stones, like all these things should not be the absolute crippling part of the game. Like we should, the being able to switch armaments and gear should be one of the easiest things inside of Rise of Kingdoms, because of the instances that we're talking about and you're talking about, of the commanders are being updated so fast. But what's happening is the commanders are getting updated so fast, but the gear is getting updated every fifth time that the commander's coming out, or a new commander, that it doesn't line up. So the rotation of being able and having it be affordable for players, which is not sexy. I get it from a business perspective, right? You want to make money. You don't want to give away the farm, right? But there should be some sort of equivalent trade if you want to switch your set, right? If I want to switch from Delta to Pincer, right, I shouldn't have to restart the wheel again. I should be able to take my set, even if it's at 80% return, and get my stones, my transmutes, those back. If I should be able to pull those back that then I can use towards Pincer and be able to do that. It shouldn't take an act of God, and it shouldn't take recreating the wheel when a new commander comes in. And so that's the part that I think needs to happen as well, which I think they're starting to understand that. But it's like, brother, we're having to like absolutely just cram it down their throat, because we told them, right? We told them when they did the whole Wedge 2, I was one of the first to say, I know some people were like, oh, this is great. And I'm like, I don't, right? I'm coming from one of the CCs that doesn't spend a tremendous amount in the game, right? I spend a little bit, right? So I see it more as the free-to-play low spender. Like, I get it if you're a spender and you're just like, brother, like we're cooking. You know, because it's like, bro, it's a new set. You're getting better stuff.
It's new content. I mean, it's new content.
And it's new content, right? But for the 85-90% of the player base that will never be able to keep up, if you start updating 2.0s and 3.0s and 4.0s, dude, there's going to come a point where the gap is going to be so large that players will never, ever.
They'll just quit.
They
just won't play.
They will run into the same issue
that
Age of Empires is running into when they released T9 troops, and everybody was like, brother, I can't keep up anymore. I quit. Like, it just, there's no way.
I mean, like I've said, like, with some people that I was talking, like, I can understand that, like, if you're spending money that you can separate and be ahead of the obviously the average player. But for the average player to even just be able to keep up with the meta, it should not require, like, you know, hundreds of dollars to be spent into the game. Like, I mean, kind of like with the conversion, like, I like how simple the Rise of Kingdoms is. Of, like, you know, you've got cavalry, you've got infantry, you've got archers. Cavalry do combo, infantry do smite, archers do skill. I like that idea, and I like how, like, sort of simple it is, and, like, you know, that you don't need to, like, micro optimize to, like, oh well, this one does this specific thing.
I get what you're saying with the micro optimize, but I'm telling you right now, dude, the Rise of Kingdoms eggheads, the thing that Rock is lacking is diversity, and that's the problem. The amount of time that y'all as a community spend dissecting what this specific piece of equipment does in relation to this one, bro, we are so beyond in the gear, but the commander diversity is nowhere near where it should be. Because I get what you're saying, because from a catch-up perspective, it makes sense, right? But the community says differently in how y'all act. I think y'all are screaming for diversity. I don't know,
because I think because there's many other games where that, like, whatever you say is like you can do that, and I think, like, those games haven't lasted as long as Rise of Kingdoms because Rise of Kingdoms was so much simpler than those other like, similar style of game where you know and I think that's one of the things where it's like, because not having to micro optimize to everything of, like, oh well, you know, the cavalry skill damage, cavalry combo as, like, an example or whatever, like, being able to have, like, a generic way of what you can invest and will, like, to a certain point safely last you for a certain amount of time without having to invest a lot of money or time or resources into it, makes it a lot safer for the average player. And having a lot of the more average players that, like, are willing to play and enjoy the game makes the bigger spenders spend more, because, you know, the game, while yes, the money is probably earned for Lilith by the bigger spenders, right? Like, the few, like, probably, like, the 1% that spend the most probably make up for 50% of the profits, but, like, those guys spend.
And that's okay too. I would say
those guys spend because the rest of the 99% actually play the game and can still, while not necessarily keeping up with the 1%, they can still keep up with the rest of the players, where they could still fight and invest. And if they, like, own in on one thing, they can still sort of keep up with the rest and still play and enjoy the game without having to, like, micro optimize one thing and then switch to another one because, well, now it's this one's meta, not this one's meta, not this is meta. With the way that the game has been going and running, I don't think it would be, like, the best to, like, have so many different niches. Yes, it's fine to have, like, sometimes specific things that are slightly more niche. like certain different mechanics or whatever, like the GG healing or
So
the Shajar healing.
So I'm asking you
But I
this:
think-
you don't think that them creating Smite combo, all these,
that was
is
great.
making but see, those are other variations that are out of the norm.
Yes, but like slight, like I don't, like I said, I don't mind like slight different variations to just like, instead of just like all is wedge or all is skill damage, right? I don't mind certain things being like branched off, but like technically, right, like right now, as safe as it might be, unless they completely change how they plan the game for the next year or two, cavalry is going to be combo, infantry is going to be smite, archers is going to be what or skill damage, right?
So what
It's
happens?
like,
What
it'd
happens
be
if
fairly
they come
safe
back?
to-
What happens if they come back next year and they're like, you know what, Cav's gonna have a poison build now, and the entire community has combo on Cav?
The rest of the community is gonna be fucking riot. The community is gonna riot.
And that's my point. That's my point. Like, I get what you're saying, right?
Because
from a perspective of what I worry about is that it gets stale. Also, in the sense that I get that it's safe, and from a community, if you're not spending, right, you want something that that you can put your universals in and spend your stuff, and it's gonna last longer than 3 months. I totally get that part, right? That part is value. There always needs to be value there, and I totally agree with you on that. What my biggest worry is like what Clyde was talking about, where people are running out of stuff to max, to expertise, to whatever. The solution for me, in my opinion, doesn't mean that we should be producing new systems, new this, new that, because then it's doing exactly what you're saying we shouldn't do, right? Which is create new veins that are going to spread all over the place. Because it's one of those, it's an inherent problem with content as we consume it and players can spend on it. There will always be the ceiling will always get moved. The goalpost will always get moved.
Yeah.
And so there needs to be enough diversity where players can, it's a system that can grow without the goalposts having to move nonstop. Because right now, in a year they might update this, and then in a year we're already hitting the goalpost again. So guess what, we got to move it way over here again now, and then we got to move it again, and we got to move it again, when the reality is, right, we're still playing, some of the most fun KVKs are playing on maps that have existed for 6-7 years, right? Most of the new maps aren't even getting played. You know what I mean? And so the idea that I get consistency, I totally get that. But I want to make sure that at the same token that it's still exciting for the community on that front, because I don't find the diversity to be there right now. I think that there is a meta that lasts for 6 months, and then 10 players are going to shift the meta, and nobody else is going to shift outside of those 10 players unless he's broken like QSH. And then everybody, back in the day, everyone was either a Cav main, Inf main. Like, now you're not a main. You're just running the best marches that you can run. It used to be just craft Cav gear, which is what ended up happening to me, right? I just had a bunch of Cav gear when I came back. And then they're like, nope, you need infantry gear and archer gear and leadership. Only these 4 pieces of leadership, and it's like, brother, like, I'm like,
that's what it is. It's rock paper scissors, where like they released the new archers beats everything. They released the new cav beats everything. They released the new infantry, just now, like they released the new infantry rally. New infantry rally beats every other garrison. When we tested it, when it like just freshly came out, like we were testing it, and like literally every single garrison lost to it, and we're like, okay, well that's just
were you also losing to CM Pakal, rallies, bro?
No, I don't know.
I showed Chadsky the report, bro. We were crying, and Dude, I was just like, what is this? And he's like, I don't even, brother. He goes, we were watching it, and I can't explain it. I was like,
I feel like those rallies that like from like big KVKs, like it's just like all those like big whales, or sometimes it's pilots. they get told, if you see a rally, you swarm it, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Well, see, that was what they were doing with 1365. They were doing that because 3308 was launching rallies, and what's his name? One of the players kept swarming the rally, and it was like half dead before it would hit. And so then they switched it up, and then that's when it started getting nuked. But Clyde said, it was the reason I quit my main, not the main, but this new formation shit just feels so bad. Like when I quit, I had 14 specials, 140. Yeah, there's no exchange, which is the reason why it's trash.
Yeah.
If I had kept the account, it'd probably be 17 specials now, then 170 stones. Is it okay to join voice? Yeah, you're fine, bud. I'll probably be on voice for like another 10, and then I'm gonna head to bed because it's already gonna be 11 p.m. my time. But yeah, no, I appreciate y'all coming in and chatting, fam, for sure.
The one thing I'll say before he speaks is, if you want it to be like more, have like those more like branch out and niche stuff, they have to, not just need, they have to add way more ways of like being able to switch around between the different things, and make it a lot easier to get those specific things to be able to optimize towards those things. Otherwise, every average player that doesn't have the thousands, 10,000s, hundreds of thousands of dollars to spend per year, they'll never be able to keep
I don't think that they already have swap events. They already have stuff for commanders and other. I just don't think that they've quite thought through the gear and the armament stuff, which is fine too. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, it's an issue, and I know it's not going to be a simple fix, but there's no there's a way to catch up on commanders, but there's no way to catch up on gear and armaments, which doesn't. It just doesn't. It doesn't exist, and so it's like
armaments. Armaments for the average player, it takes like a year to get.
Dude, I'm still trying to get Dragon's Breath gear for my QSH, bro, and I'm absolutely sweating my face off, and I still can't get it. So
I was just about to get my first wish list, like I said, with the whole wedge shoe thing, and then I basically kind of technically fucked up. And instead of getting an emblem or a instrument, I ended up getting a flag. And I'm like, well, now I don't have. I have 0 inscriptions that aren't flag or scroll. And I'm like, well, yeah.
I'm glad I was one of the players, you ready for it, that didn't pay for the bundles and had the stones and had all these things and converted both of my wedges to wedge 2.0. And I'm pretty sure I don't think I know they're refunding the bundles and if you bought, but if you didn't buy, I don't know if they're refunding, and that's the part I didn't ask. So
I bought like 1 or 2 bundle. I think I bought like 1 or 2 times the $10 bundle because just I need more stones for future, like not just the wedge, but like for me it's more the delta. But yeah.
All right, fam. Well, I'm gonna hop off. I appreciate y'all hopping on today, though. We'll probably be having another stream tomorrow for art.
Let's give a chance for Clyde to speak.
2 minutes, because it was something you talked about earlier with.
Clyde, go ahead.
Fucking with the combo and smite thing.
Yeah.
I like when they added it, but it's a problem I had for 2 years before they changed it. Like they didn't follow up with the core game mechanic. It was like 2 years after they did that talent change that actually balanced it out. Like combo and smite damage was so broken compared to skill damage because they didn't
added in the KVK that made range insane. The Troy where they're shooting across the map, bro.
My god!
It was broken.
The Troy at the 606 was painful. They had it was a firing range for them. They were just sitting there with the siege, just firing off at a range.
Are you pro diversity or you prefer less diversity, Clyde?
I like diversity, but I just think like it has to follow like the game's core. If you don't like if it's way too different from game's core. It's kind of cooked, and if you want a new thing, you have to like, change the other things around it to make sense. Yeah, keep up is better word for it. And
Yo, it was funny.
Little just has a tendency to not do that.
Yeah.
So you have something broken for so long.
Yeah, Billet talked about on his stream, he was like, dude, it would be so cool to have like poison builds that when you build the poison up and then it explodes and does like an AoE, like a different AoE style. And I'm like, most people weren't here back when Tommy was doing the poison stacks, right? It didn't have the animation of the explosion, but you had that effect. And it's like, there's little things like that. Like if we had gear that built on poison, right? Or had like, there's so many little niches that it's like, I don't know. And yes, I know people are going to be like, well, that's just more money to spend and more like, most people aren't going to be doing that. Like, I get it, but seeing the same rally over and over and over again just gets old to me.
I don't think people are scared of spending money. I
I'll be there.
think it's annoying to spend on something
there's a
that
few players that aren't.
feels like
but
shit.
Yeah.
There's a few people that aren't. Obviously, I mean the you know, Chadsky and all that. Like, but there's a lot of players that like they can't spend.
Yeah.
What is like.
But then that goes
required.
back to the
Not even
events,
the progress.
right?
The issue is like not even just the progress. Because like if they were to like release new things, you'd have to spend not even to like progress and make your account better. You'd spend just to be able to like remain at the similar level compared to everyone else.
Yeah, but that's it. That goes back to the exchange that we were talking about and those events that need to occur.
It has to be way better.
Yeah. And that's okay, right? Yeah. We have a direction that we could take it in and a solution, a possible work. But of course, it's not going to be perfect. But at the end of the day, having that availability, even if it's a currency that you can earn in KVK or through this event or whatever, X, Y, and Z, if a new formation's coming out, being able to exchange to test it, or even just being able to test it, right? Like there's other games that allow you to test out the commander, like rent him for 7 days. And you can rent him and try him out and see how he feels before you go and just blow your load on, you know, whoever's coming out. Yeah. So, but I appreciate y'all, fam. I got a hot. The wife's about to head to bed, and I'm gonna head to bed. But I'll check y'all out tomorrow. We'll be on Arc tomorrow for Huns. But yeah, we'll chat more. We got KVK coming soon.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Y'all have a good one.
Night.
All right, later.
See ya.
All right, team. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure. Hey, huge shout out, Chadsky, ya boy. I appreciate you, big dog. Thank you so much again for the raid. And huge shout out to all of y'all. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the community, the Burrito Gang. Absolutely loved having y'all today. Hopefully y'all enjoyed having it. And I tried to entertain y'all as much as I could, as we did a little bit of Marauders today. We do have Arc in Huns tomorrow, which I probably will stream at 20 UTC. So if we see y'all there, I hope we do. If not, stay tuned. I know Chadsky, you know, Schmuck, a bunch of us are going to be streaming this KVK. KVK 2 should be a banger and moving forward. So hopefully y'all join us on that journey. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Do me a huge favor. Smash that like button before you head out. Huge shout out to y'all. We crushed it. Made it over 6,000 subs. Now we're on to 7. Yo, let's go, boys. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, great rest of your night, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.